to another episode of Triple Scoop. I'm here on, my favorite couch. We're a couple payments behind, but I don't think we should worry, right?
I mean, what are they? The IRS are going to come to your house, repossess all your possessions, and then leave you with nothing? They would never do that.
Yeah, they can't take this couch. But regardless, we're here. We're talking about The Last of Us.
Excuse me? Is something among us?
I
Is there
believe
fungus
there's
among
a
us?
fungus among us, if you will.
Okay. Yes, of course.
A fungus of some kind.
Yes.
But yeah, so recently HBO has had their new show, which has been a smashing hit, Last of Us, with Daddy Pedro Pascal. Ugh, anything he touches is gold. But I'm joined with my lovely panel here, and I just want to know what's your guys' thoughts on the show so far. You guys been liking it? Comments, suggestions, wants and desires.
I love it. I love the show.
He was
I
waiting
love
for it.
Pedro
He was
Pascal.
excited.
That was loaded.
I'm excited for the next few episodes. Nick Offerman and Murray, I literally said the name like 5 times.
I
The
got
guys
no
who played
clue.
Bill and Frank, that episode, beautiful.
Yeah, I love those movies.
What
too.
an
With Keanu
amazing
Reeves.
story. What amazing
Big
acting.
Keanu Reeves guy. Adam Driver's pretty good.
I cried. I will admit I cried.
I cried about. I will
was
not
emotional.
lie.
It was
It's hard to
emotional.
make me cry. There's 2 different parts in that series that I've severely teared up during.
Really?
Yeah, the first episode at the end.
Okay, when Tess is a little...
Oh no, not Tess with Sarah.
Oh, his
Joel's-
daughter.
yeah, Joel's daughter.
Gotcha.
That part really tugged at the heartstrings. But and then the Bill and Frank episode, obviously,
Oh
was
my
just
God, it was amazing.
great.
Just the fact that they casted Nick Offerman to play kind of this anti-government kind of character was perfect, considering his past role as an anti-government kind of character in Parks and Rec.
Despite working for a government, being
I
anti-government.
think it's really funny too. The moment when Bill and Frank are having the fight, and Bill yells at Frank, or Frank yells at Bill and goes, "Oh, you think the government's all Nazis?" And Frank just freaks out. He goes, "The government are all Nazis."
Well, not this government, but that government. And then,
That was a great episode. I think it's really worked too with like adding little hints of humor as well.
Agreed.
I mean, personally, I know I'm the only one on this panel that's played the actual video game. Fake fans over here, but
Big time. Bigly.
it's been staying very true. They've changed a couple things, like for example, in the game, the fungus is airborne and it's air spread, so they wear masks a lot in the
that
game.
so?
But Hollywood, you don't want. Who wants to see Pedro Pascal with a mask? Look at that
I want to
beautiful
see that
face.
beautiful
I want to
face.
see that.
Come
face.
on.
This is really just a Pedro Pascal fan hour out here, but yeah. So that was changed, and the way the fungus grows out
Moves
of the mouth
among
and
us.
stuff. Yeah, the way the fungus is among us is a little different in the show with the game. But I think they do a really good job of adapting, and even with the subtle changes, it stayed very true to the game. And even I don't know if you guys have seen on like TikTok or YouTube, there's like the side-by-side shots, and it'll show like a shot from the game and a shot from the TV show, and they actually go together really well, like basically the same thing. But you're sitting there quiet. You got something to say. I know you
done
do.
I was
talking over there?
letting everybody have their piece in their time, but
I'm just worried she's gonna spoil it for me.
No, I'm not gonna. I already did a little bit before, but anyway, I honestly really love this show too. I kind of went into it blind. I just remember everybody saying like on TikTok, like just everywhere, that like the show was just super great, and I saw like the reviews, and I had to try it out for myself. And like the first episode, it was a little slow in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, but
It was.
like as soon as like when the plane hit the building, I was sold. I was like, I'm ready to watch the rest of the
They
season.
had to set it up. They couldn't just jump you in action.
No,
action.
obviously, but it was just like different in the sense because like in The Walking Dead, like it was like things hit the fan first 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Never watched that show.
Yeah.
You're not missing out.
It's you're not missing.
I agree.
How dare you?
Hold on, no. Walking Dead was fantastic until they
okay.
got to the prison.
Really?
Because then they hit this annoying format of build up,
Watch Walking Dead.
and then they would have something crazy happen. It was always mid-season finale and finale,
even need to
and in
watch it,
between
you know,
that,
it
it was boring
So that sounds better.
conversation,
Oh, absolutely.
character building that didn't matter, and then just exciting event. And then they would go new character, and then something else would happen.
Honestly, I feel like The Walking Dead, not to like go on a tangent right now about like a whole
That's
different
all the
show,
show
but like
is. Go for it.
no, but The Walking Dead, I feel like it's kind of similar to the sense of like anime, how there's like arcs. I feel like it's not even like a season,
Top
like it's
5
just like
anime
arcs.
twists.
No,
Walking
like
Dead.
it's like they have arcs, and I feel like you can't really like judge it like the first like like how you're saying like like until after the prison it was bad, because I feel like there was certain parts before the prison that were really bad, but then certain parts after the prison that were really good. So I'm like, I don't know, I feel like it's certain seasons I like and certain seasons I don't like. Like I didn't like when they did the cannibalism season in like the actual Walking Dead like show,
Yeah, I didn't-
but
I
when
didn't get
they
there.
like when they did the episode for the game walkthrough, ooh, that was the best episode
No.
probably.
Hopefully, unlike The Walking Dead, they don't milk the show for like 47 seasons.
They're not going to. I think
I
they
never
have to
watched-
stay
I don't
very
think
true
so.
to the
They
game.
should.
I never
Yeah,
watched Walking Dead,
probably.
but I feel like every year for like the past 15 years, people are like, oh, Walking Dead. I'm like, how is this show still going on?
Yeah, no, and
Oh,
then
I
it
don't know.
ended, and
Yeah.
then they were like, "Oh, we have 3 spin-offs going." You're like, "No, stop it,
And then
let
like,
it die."
what? Yeah, what's their?
It's like Rocky. They just
Rick
kept making more
Grimes
of
We're
it.
not
died
gonna hate
3
on Rocky.
times.
I'm gonna hate on Rocky.
Rocky's an American hero.
Don't hate
No,
on
he's
Rocky.
not.
Come
He
on.
beat Ivan
He's
Drago
not
in the
even
midst of the
American. He's
Cold War.
Italian.
He was born in America.
Italian American.
He was born in Philadelphia.
Still
He's American.
Sylvester Stallone was not born in America.
Yes, he was.
Was he really?
You put money on it?
I'm not betting with you, but
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's born in America.
now we have to check this.
Yes.
Send this to our fact check. If he was, give me an answer here. Only the fans will know who's right.
Born
I can't
in
give you
America.
that satisfaction.
I was right. I know I'm right.
Whatever.
What do you guys feel happened to the brother though? Like what do you think is going on with
Oh,
him?
I know because I played the game.
Oh, you do?
Oh, look
at
Oh,
you,
so then
Mr.
don't say
Oh, well,
anything.
then-
Mr. Spoily
Yeah.
McSpoil
I didn't
Pants.
spoil anything. I
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
said
but
I
you're
know the
worried
answer.
about
Just
spoilers,
stay-
but you
Yeah, what
have
do you
all
guys
them on
think's
I
gonna
think
deck.
he works
Wait.
for the government.
You think what
I think
happened?
he works for like what's it?
Fedra?
Fedra, thank you.
Fedra? But I
No,
thought
'cause-
he became a.
I don't know.
I can't talk about that yet.
I don't watch the game. I don't know.
They mentioned in the show so far. They mentioned that he was one, and so it's
Oh.
implied that he's not anymore.
See, when I watch shows, I really
Oh,
don't
okay,
like analyze every single little bits and piece. I kind of just watch it and enjoy it. So I don't watch every frame by frame breakdowns on YouTube or like this is what happens.
See, I do notice that thing. I notice these things, just like how they talk about in the second episode, the breakout happens in a flour mill,
They did say that, yes.
and so then that's how it spread was through that. And if you remember in the first episode, in the first 20 minutes,
they weren't eating any
he
flour.
wanted to have pancakes. They didn't have time. He went to go get the cake. He forgot. There was something else too that he was supposed to. Oh, the cookies. She was gonna eat the cookies. She found out they were oatmeal
And she
raisins.
gave
She
she's
said
the old
no.
lady. That's why the old lady went AWOL the first
Oh
episode.
my
because
God.
That's
she had the
actually
cookies.
crazy.
Wow.
Flour breakout. That's how
Yeah.
I get you.
It's so most of the breakouts started with flour, and then that's why the
That's an
soldier did
reach,
those
'cause
orders.
Make sure you
White
eat healthy,
flour.
guys. You'll turn
They
into a
didn't
zombie.
know.
Yo, gluten free.
Gluten
Hey,
free.
South Park trying to warn us about gluten. This is what happens. Just putting it out there.
Look, you know what? I think we could all say we're fans of the show. We're excited to see where it goes.
Of course.
Um,
Excited for episode 4.
if we've learned anything, gluten can kill you.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
It's gluten.
Absolutely.
Gluten is the
We
real
saw it on
enemy.
South Park.
Everyone's talking about this
Gluten
fungus.
is the real
fungus
enemy.
might be among us.
The fungus doesn't exist without gluten. Prove me
gluten.
wrong.
It's gluten.
You know cordyceps actually used in like modern like stuff in the world?
What?
Cordyceps, like the
The-
fungus
the
they
fungus.
talk about, it actually has real uses.
That's a little scary. I don't want it to mutate.
It'd be alright. Nothing.
All right, well, the fungus has been among us. Gluten is bad for you. You heard it here first at Triple Scoop. We'll be back with our next segment.
Mom, I got it. What are you doing in there?
I got stuff.
Are you a dog?
I wouldn't do that. Have you seen the pliers? Where'd you find those?
It's not your birthday.
Sorry.
Hi, Grandpa.
Bye, Grandpa.
Take care of yourself.
What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. or maybe even here. But an awkward silence can be a great thing. It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay if they seem down. It doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
All G?
You all right, girl? You cool?
You bugging dog.
Just show you're there for them. Go on, Kelly. Seize the awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to the second segment here of Triple Scoop. My name is Chloe and I'm going to be your host today for the music segment, and I'm joined by these lovely ladies here in the studio today on our brand new budgeted couch. Today we are going to be talking about SZA's new album SOS that was released this past December. So ladies, what were some of your initial thoughts? Are any of you guys huge SZA fans?
No, this album actually made me a fan. I'd never listened to SZA before this, so my introduction.
I don't know. I loved Control. I thought it was a great album. The last time we got a full album from her was from 2017, so I knew she was going to come out with some heat in 2022, personally.
Same. I've known her since Control because I've got on her since I think like Emma Chamberlain and all the dope girls used to use like the Weekend song, like the Weekend remix, and all of the videos. So that's like how I got into SZA in the first place. So just like their kind of music, and it just like.
I agree with you guys. SOS is my first kind of like introduction to SZA, more so of a formal introduction to her because I knew some of her songs through TikTok. Good Days, I Hate You, Shirt, I know that one was pretty big. There was like a dance to it, I believe like a year ago or so. But that was my formal introduction, so I also am a fan. And I really did like this album. You know, I'm kind of very interested in R&B music, but I think this album kind of dabbles in R&B, but it also like has some other like genres and like twists to it, which I find very interesting.
Yeah, it definitely was what was needed in 2022, I feel like, because I feel like people are always like dabbling into different music, and like her bringing all that into her album, it brought a lot of different people into her album as well. But I like that you mentioned like Good Days and what other song that you mentioned? And
I Hate You, Shirt.
I Hate You, good, like, because I was mixed about those songs being on SOS because she released them already.
They were singles before they were on the
Yeah,
album.
like I feel like you're getting profit again off the same music. I'm very mixed when artists do that. Like she recently just released Kill Bill Again, which is the greatest song on the SOS album.
That is fantastic. It's the second song on the album.
Exactly.
And I remember when I first listened to it, I was in the dining hall, and I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to SZA's new album yet. And I opened it up, and I'm like, what is she? Is she saying that she's gonna kill her ex? Like, what is going on right now? But that song has really taken the internet by storm. And I know you had some strong opinions about that.
I said that Kill Bill like reminded me of like Steve Lacy's Bad Habit when he dropped his album recently in 2022, which was such a good album, by the way.
Great album.
Gemini Risings, I love that what am I saying? The album, Lost, whatever. So I don't even know, just the whole album in itself, like I just liked it. I just felt like it's never gonna amount to Control though, which sucks because I feel like it must hurt, like, because I know other people were saying that too, like on TikTok, like it wasn't as good as Control, and it probably like hurts as like an artist when you make something like so good, and like even if you try and like replicate it as much as you can, or like just even try and do something like different, everybody's like still gonna like kind of like backtrack. But I don't know, I loved still the new album. I like that she experimented with like new things too when she did like, I think it's like F2F. Yeah. Sorry. But
definitely Avril Lavigne vibe.
Yes,
that was my favorite
like
song
Hannah
from the
Montana
album.
kind of vibe to it almost. Yeah. And she also like listens to the fans, like when she did Love Galore with like Travis Scott, like obviously everybody loved that song off of Control, and then she re-brought back Travis Scott onto this album too. So like,
interesting enough, I didn't like Travis Scott in this new album though.
Me neither,
I think
to be
he needed to go. You know, I feel like sometimes they bring these male rappers in and they don't do justice. You know, they kind of ruin
same with Don Toliver, because he was on it, and I'm not a big Don Toliver fan personally. Like I like some of his songs, but like You know what I mean? I'm not like a ride or die fan or anything crazy.
What I found interesting was that she featured Phoebe Bridgers, which
Yes,
that
was an interesting
took me by
collab.
surprise. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there weren't really that many other artists on the album. It was mainly just her, except for like 4 or 5 songs, which I really like. So we really got a taste of what SZA has to offer. I guess, what are some things that you liked about the album? I know we kind of talked about this, but songs that you really liked, or maybe some songs that you weren't that big of a fan of. I know me personally, of course, I'm gonna hop on the Kill Bill train. When I first heard that song, like I said, in the dining hall, I was immediately hooked, and I knew that this song was gonna be big. And my roommate and I don't know how many times we sat in our dorm that day and was just like, play it again, because it was so good. But I really did like F2F, that song.
Conceited.
Conceited
I like that one. It was also different, you know?
Yes.
It took me a minute to get there though. I don't know why. I thought it was too different from her music style. You know, sometimes when artists go a little bit too different, it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you trying to do with yourself? But a song that I really didn't like on the album is Blind. Blind, blind, blind.
Yeah,
Like how many times, I'm like this,
either.
every time I hear it. Like I went to Texas with my sister and she is obsessed with the song. And the way that she just kept replaying it, I was like, sis, stop. Love language, used, forgiveness, something else, please. But like Blind, after the 5th time, I don't want to hear it. I don't like it.
I'm not really a big SOS fan, like in general, like the actual like song name of like the album title. Like,
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, right? Like, I'm just, like I love the album, but I don't really like the actual song. I don't know why. Because I'm a very much like, I'd rather listen to like the beat than like the lyrics kind of person. And for that song, I just wasn't really feeling like the like musicality of it. I don't know.
And that was like the first song on like the album. It was like the opening chart, wasn't it?
Yeah, and when I kid you not, because when I listen to albums, I listen to them in order. I don't shuffle. I think that's like absurd, because especially if the like album is trying to like fade into each other, like
that was me in Renaissance.
So when I was first listening to it, I was just like scared. I was like, oh no, like I'm nervous. I'm not gonna like this album. Second song in, I was like, oh, I love it. Never mind. I think I just had like a first bad impression.
Yeah. Right. What about you? It's definitely an interesting album, very unique, and I think it's definitely a highlight of 2022.
Definitely. Can we just talk about the album cover itself, though?
Oh my gosh,
like that's
album
hot.
cover.
Like I want to recreate that. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but something about it. Like she's on the diving board, but she has full clothes on, but the waves are in the back. Like when she released it on Instagram, I went crazy.
That was an earth-shattering moment when that was released on Instagram. Do you think that this album could be nominated for any awards in the future? Is it that good of an album?
The only thing is too, because like there also was like the Metro Boomin album that just recently came out too, that was also really good. So I'm kind of like, who knows, like, because they're both kind of like, not like I wouldn't say similar in any sense, but they're both kind of like up there. So who knows, maybe one might take like more titles than the other, kind of like when Billie Eilish stole all the Grammys from everybody kind of situation. Who knows, that might like resurface, but with like albums.
If the album doesn't win something, I think Kill Bill definitely would.
Like the song,
the song by itself.
One song.
I think that's why she released that as a single recently. Is
because
like, you know, it was gonna get hyped. Like she knew, she was like, oh, I just need to make money off this one song. Which is funny because I was thinking of the word shirt, because I was thinking of the song in my head. Because I didn't like that song until it was on SOS. I didn't like it when it was a single.
All right, so yeah, great conversation, guys. And we will be right back with you for the final segment here of Triple Scoop.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow! That's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you,
And welcome back to Triple Scoop. I'm here today by Bing Bang Bop, and today we're going to talk about Puss in Boots and the Shrek universe as a whole. Now, I understand that my good friend Dean here, he's the only one who saw Puss in Boots here. I don't understand you guys haven't seen it yet.
I mean,
but
you gotta see
I would
it.
like
It's a
your
great
opinion.
movie. All right. Personally, I think the movie's phenomenal. I mean, seemingly came out of nowhere. I remember it was a random December day, and everyone was like, dude, you gotta see Puss in Boots. And I was like, are you serious? And I was just like, you know what, let me give it a shot. Let me go see it. And I ended up watching it, and it was like a really, really unironically amazing movie. Like, seemingly out of nowhere, it brought up so many, like, great, like, adult themes, like stuff like life and death, like, out of Puss in Boots.
Anxiety. Definitely.
Yeah, all those great things that you deal with as an
They definitely bring
adult.
in the animation is referenced like Spider-Man to Spider-Verse. I love that animation. One thing I found funny was what's his name? Somebody from Big Mouth voices Jack Horner, which is hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
That was pretty hilarious. The music, I love. The beginning intro song is it's amazing.
It's a classic. The favorite fearless hero. It's a good one. You hear that.
Who's your favorite fearless hero?
Puss in Boots.
Puss in
the man.
Boots. All right. Now let's talk about the Shrekverse as a whole. Starting with the first one, thoughts? Anything about?
The first Shrek movie is iconic, maybe for the wrong reasons because of how present it is in, I don't know if you would call it modern meme culture, but especially in my upbringing, it's just, everybody knows Shrek. I mean, come on, it's a big green ogre who's voiced by Mike Myers. Like, you can't get any better than that. It's a really, honestly, kind of funny movie after, like, rewatching it however many times. But, you know, it takes fairy tales and it kind of gives it that, like, very weird spin on it. I think it's great. I love Shrek.
Right.
Yeah, if I were to tell you how many times I've seen the meme where Shrek kicks open the door with the Smash Mouth song over and over again.
You can't listen to All Star by Smash Mouth without thinking about Shrek.
Without thinking of Shrek. I mean, there's a lot of like songs that I think of when I hear Shrek. Like the song, I think it's by the Monkees, I'm a Believer, at the end of the first Shrek movie. That's like another song that really blew up that Smash Mouth covered because of Shrek. And that's just like an iconic song now.
There's a lot of great songs that have been put into the Shrek soundtracks, not just in the first one, but like in the Shrek universe, the Shrekverse as a whole. I believe it's in the second Shrek movie, right? Are they the bonus features at the end?
They have some sort of musical, and Simon Cowell is there. I don't even. It's
a spin-off.
It's actually ridiculous. I just love Shrek for how absurd it is, and it's like quirkiness, I guess.
It's like a spin-off of American Idol.
It's pretty funny. One thing I'd like to mention before we talk about the next movie, at least my opinion, is if you guys have seen the YouTube, I don't know what to call it.
YouTube poop?
No, it's like they remade the entire Shrek movie with different content creators. So parts of it are animated, other parts are live action. Have you guys seen it
the
at all?
whole movie?
The whole movie.
That's really cool.
Did they like reanimate? Did they like assign certain like parts?
Like certain parts.
That's
I don't know
cool.
what the trend's called.
I get where you're going at, where they get a bunch of like animators, like creators together, and they're like, this is your section of the movie, go remake it.
Right.
Like, creative liberty, just like, you know, it's Shrek, like that's your movie, remake it. And then they just put them all together and they have this like mishmash of a movie with all these different like artist styles. Some take it seriously, some are like, whatever, but that's what makes it fun.
I would, you guys gotta check it out.
I don't know what it is, but
Do you know
I
of
will
any
be
of the
looking into
content
it.
creators that did it?
God, there's so many. I don't think so. You know what? I saw it so long ago, but it's really good. Even the music, like the beginning song, is remade. It's funny.
Wow,
that's cool.
That's cool.
Now let's go to the second movie. Personally, just like The Godfather, the second one, in my opinion, was the best. I don't know why. I love it. I love The Godmother. I love the whole idea of Shrek turning into a human was pretty funny. It's a great movie.
I think a lot of people argue that Shrek 2 is the greatest Shrek movie out of like the franchise. Like Shrek 1 is iconic for, you know, it being the first one, but then Shrek 2 just like is a masterpiece in and of itself, and it somehow defies the rule of movies where the sequel's always worse. No, it's somehow better than the first.
I mean, I personally think that the first one's better. I mean, I'm not as familiar with the second one, but tailing off of the whole idea of Puss in Boots, I know that's where Puss in Boots makes his intro, and I remember that vividly as a kid because I really liked Puss in Boots. So that's what made Puss in Boots, Shrek 2 more special for me, but I still think I like the first one more.
I think I like the second one a little bit better than the first because of the just whole factor of like animation, because like the first like movie's animation, I wouldn't say it was bad, but it wasn't definitely the greatest of the three. And I just feel like the second one just like had like a lot more to give in the sense like it had a musical for like crying out loud. It was just like so like intricate and different. Like the musical had like fireworks and like all of these like extravagant things to it. And they just like obviously could put like a lot more like time, effort, money into like the second movie, which is why I kind of feel like it rightfully so like deserves like a better spot, I would argue. Also like I feel like there's like just so many memes that come also out of like the second movie as well, that like you were saying how like the first movie like has like, I feel like Shrek in general is just like so modern that like even it's just like timeless humor. Like the humor will never not be funny, so that's why it like just kind of like prevails from like other like franchises.
Even though it came out in like, was it like the mid
2000.
Mid-2000s.
I think Shrek 1 came out in 2001.
Yeah.
Older
so
than me.
Yeah, it's older than probably all of us sitting here, which is a little bit scary. But I think it's really interesting that they've managed to keep this franchise like alive. Like, even though this Puss in Boots movie was there a first Puss in Boots movie that came
there
out?
was a first Puss in Boots
Yes,
movie.
there
It
is.
didn't
There was.
There was an egg guy or
because
something.
it involved Humpty Dumpty or like
yeah.
the egg.
It was like a
because-
golden egg and like a goose.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that movie. Oh my god, it was so
That's
good.
why when I went to watch the new Puss in Boots, I thought, oh, it's another cash grab. This one's gonna suck. But they're like, no, you gotta watch it. It's pretty good. So I watched it, loved it. Probably my favorite animated movie now.
Yeah, I just find that really interesting because I was like, they are making another Puss in Boots movie. That's really interesting.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, wait.
Oh, hello, what's this?
Wait.
Wait,
No.
What's going on?
God.
What am I saying? Okay.
No. Wait, no, you can't. I'm trying to talk about Puss in Boots right now.
What are you guys doing?
That's our
Puss in
that's
Boots.
our
I
chair.
love Puss in Boots.
Guys,
Great movie. Go
wait,
see it.
You dropped your pen.
Okay.
I'll keep
well,
this.
Here, I think you gotta here. So,
I'll
if you wanna
sit.
just
I'll
come
just.
back.
You can just like
So.
I'll just be right here.
Okay.
Well,
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots, Shrek, and our couch is gone. Please, if you know these people, please call the police. They took our couch. This is Rambo. So that was Bippity Boppity Boop and Ian. And we would like to thank you for watching Puss in Boots and Shrek in the future, and we'll see you later.
So sadly, our couch was just repossessed by the repo man. I don't know why he signed that, but you know, we're here in the communication building and we're looking for a new couch. So let's go find one. This one's too big. Comfortable, but too small. Something about this one's a little too leathery. Also reminds me of another couch for some reason. Something's not right about this couch. Is the couch over here? It's a couch in the journalism room. This couch has a nice view, but I don't know if it really fits the aesthetic. I like this couch, but I like it more because it's not ours. This one makes me feel like I'm in therapy. I want a fire truck for Christmas, Santa.
Have you been good?
No.
We'll see what we can do.
Okay. I also need a new couch for the Hawk TV Triple Scoop studio.
That's a shame. I can't help you there. We took it away for a reason.
This is why we don't believe in Santa Claus. Not really a couch, but I feel like I should be opening letters dressed as like Thomas Jefferson. This one's too red. This couch is a little dirty. Something about this couch feels just right.